Chestnut Group names a new CEO. 7&I Holdings, 7-Eleven's parent company, enters 2026 with a renewed focus on growth, customer value, and organizational transformation. And Afresh has a new Chief Revenue Officer. Welcome to Retail Daily, your quick look at the top stories from Supermarket News and CSP Daily News. I'm CSP Editor Chuck Yulee.
And I'm Supermarket News Senior Editor Bill Wilson.
Chestnut Group named Ryan Oettinger as its new CEO, effective immediately. Oettinger will succeed the four founding brothers, Mickey, Sal, Sam, and Cal Jamal. The brothers will transition from executive management roles to serve as the company's board of directors. Oettinger will report directly to the board.
Afresh has named Adam Little as its Chief Revenue Officer following what the company described as its largest year to date. Little most recently served as Chief Executive Officer of biotech firm Sound Agriculture. He previously was Chief Revenue Officer at agricultural technology company Granular, where he was involved in the company's growth prior to its acquisition by Corteva. In his new role, Little will oversee Afresh's go-to-market strategy as the company expands the use of its AI platform across grocery operations.
After a failed redevelopment deal with Applegreen, the Massachusetts Department of Transportation has extended leases until mid-2027 for 14 of 18 highway service plazas owned by the Commonwealth of Massachusetts. MassDOT has finalized agreements with Gulf and McDonald's to extend their master tenant leases by 18 months through June 30th of 2027. Marshall Hook, Director of Communications at MassDOT, told CSP, Hook added that these agreements ensure continued operations at 14 of the Commonwealth's 18 service plazas, with the remaining 4 plazas already under lease through that same date.
The Save Mart Companies is adding Amazon return kiosks to its Save Mart, Lucky, and Food Max grocery stores in California and Western Nevada, allowing shoppers to return eligible Amazon purchases at participating locations. The grocery chain said the kiosks were tested earlier last year in 15 stores and expanded to 140 more locations by the end of December. The service is expected to reach all remaining stores by February. According to the company, the pilot locations recorded higher customer traffic and sales than stores without the service.
7&I Holdings, 7-Eleven's parent company, has entered 2026 with a renewed focus on global growth, customer value, and organizational transformation. President and CEO Stephen Hayes Dacus said in a New Year's address to employees Monday. He said 7&I will focus on several priorities to accelerate growth, including advancing food leadership and controlling costs.
Natural Grocers has won its challenge against the U.S. Department of Agriculture over shoppers' rights to clear, accurate, and easily accessible food information. A federal appeals court ruled in favor of the grocer, the Center for Food Safety, and other plaintiffs regarding rules under the Bioengineered Food Disclosure Standard Act. The decision overturns 3 major loopholes that plaintiffs argued would have cheated consumers, including retailers and brands can use the term GMO. Companies can no longer rely solely on QR codes or text messages for disclosure, and the USDA cannot exempt highly processed foods from labeling.
Hy-Vee shoppers can now access a food health score through the grocer's app and website to compare the nutritional value of foods. Hy-Vee developed the food health score through a partnership with nutrition intelligence firm Food Health Company. The score uses a 1 to 100 scale to rate foods based on nutrient density and ingredient quality, allowing customers to compare items ranging from packaged goods to fresh produce. Higher scores indicate more nutritious products. And that will do it for today's episode of Retail Daily. Subscribe on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, and more for your daily dose of retail news. For more on these stories, visit CSP Daily News and Supermarket News. I'm Chuck Yulee.
And I'm Bill Wilson. Have a great day.